Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you my foundation routine that I normally do a majority of the days that I wear makeup. So I'm going to start by priming my face with my Fenty Beauty primer. And just take about 2 pumps. Once I prime my face, I go ahead with my Fenty Beauty foundation. I'm in the shade 440. Go ahead and shake it. And I'm going to just start by doing 2 pumps on the back of my hand. And I take my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and I just dab it in. And then I just go apply it. When you're using a brush, you could swipe on the product, but you always want to dab it in like you would a beauty sponge. Just bounce it into your skin. And I'm going with 2 more pumps. Now, if you're a beginner, I would say when using liquid foundation, I would just go ahead and use a beauty sponge because it's quicker and it may be easier for you. And I don't really worry about under my eyes because I do go in with concealer. Sometimes I tend to overblend my foundation, but it's better to overblend than to underblend. So after I put that on, I like to take a flat foundation brush from my forehead and I just blend it in. And I like to blend around my eyebrows just to get rid of the halo brows because I did conceal my brows today. So once I'm done applying my foundation, I like to let it sit for a little bit and just let it settle in place before moving on to highlighting and contouring. And while that's sitting, I go ahead and do my eyeshadow. So I'll be back. Okay, so once I got my eyeshadow done, I like to go ahead and start with my concealer. Today I'm using the Makeup Revolution Concealer in the color C13. I like to give myself a concealer mustache. It just helps with the discoloration right there because my top lip is darker. I don't always put concealer on my forehead, you guys. If you want more coverage from your concealer, just let it sit for just a little bit. But if you are a beginner, I would suggest go ahead and blend right away just to make it easier on yourself. Okay, so when it comes to blending out my concealer, sometimes I like to use a sponge or I like to use blending brushes. These are the Morphe 173 and the 335. Yeah. But I'm not going to use these today. So like I said, if you're a beginner, I would suggest just to use a sponge because it's easier for you. For me, I like to start blending at my chin because I need the less coverage there. I'm using this side, but if you use your foundation, if you use your sponge to blend your foundation, I would suggest use this side too because it helps give it that blended effect. Meaning this won't be as bright as the mid of your face. If that makes sense. Now I do want to say when blending your concealer, if you feel like it's traveling further than where you want it, you can always just take your sponge and just wipe it off. And that'll help it be kind of faded in areas where you don't want to be so bright, like right here. I notice like sometimes when I'm blending, it'll like keep going, but it just helps with blending it out and making it easier for you. One of my favorite concealers is the NYX HD concealer in the shade Nutmeg, or whatever shade you'll be in. So if I had to suggest a concealer to you guys, that would be one. Now as far as baking, I usually only bake the side of my nose because I do wear glasses. And I just dip my sponge in the powder and I just lightly press it right there. And I'm going to leave that on. Not for long though because as you can see it's really white. I find that doing this keeps the foundation from transferring onto my glasses because the glasses sit right there and your oils sit in and it creates a barrier between your natural oils and your glasses. So yeah, if you have glasses, try doing this and let me know how it works. You don't have to leave it on for long. After like a minute or two, I'm just going to take a powder brush and lightly dust it off. And now to contour, I like to go in my Nubian 2 palette, and I like to use the shade Kenya. And I'm going to take a contour brush and I'm just lightly dip into it and just build it up. And I do this because it is an eyeshadow and it's very pigmented. So I don't want it to be too dark in areas. So I start by lightly tapping it and then blend in circular motions. Okay, put this brush down for a second. I'm going with the powder brush just to help shear it out. You can also use a sponge to just take away from some of that color. Okay, and I like to take the same contour brush with that Kenya shade, and I just like to help it shape my nose just a little bit. And I notice that helps add definition to my nose. Just onto the side. And if you feel like you put too much, it's fine. You can always blend it out. Just dab it with the sponge. For blush, I'm going in my Anastasia Blush Trio. I'm going to use the shade Exotic. And for my blush, I like to use either a contour brush or an angled blusher. And I just like to lightly tap it in there. And I like to smile when applying my blush. And I like to go ham with my blush, you guys. You know those little creepy dolls like that be in scary movies? Like Annabelle, how you see the pink. Yeah, that's what I like to do. I think blush is so pretty. And if you felt you added too much blush, you could just go in with the powder brush and just blend it out. But I want to keep it today. And I feel like applying your blush this way is an alternative to contouring because it helps shape your face. So if you don't want to contour, just add on some blush in this fashion. Add on your blush as if a contour, and it'll help give you that shaped look that you're looking for. For highlighter, I'm going in my Fenty Beauty highlighter, and I'm going to use the shade Moscow Mule. This is the highlighter that I normally reach for most days. And to apply the highlighter, I either use my fan brush or I use my Sigma F3 brush. For the Sigma brush, I like to take it and just tap it in the highlighter like that. It's more tapered, so it'll pick up a lot of highlighter. And I just apply it. Just swipe it like that. When using a fan brush, I just take the fan brush and I lightly swipe it on the highlighter like that. And I just take it and fan it away. Now, if you ever feel like you added too much highlighter, you could take a clean blending brush and just blend it out to just dial it back a little. I actually like more subtle highlighters. I'm not here for the Tin Men look. It just doesn't look cute once your oil set in. But that's just my opinion. If you like to blind people, go ahead and do you. And you gotta confirm the highlight. You gotta look in the mirror and see, do you like it from all angles? Alright, and to finish my foundation process, I'm gonna go in with my E.L.F Makeup Mist and Set and just go ahead and set my face. So I like to go swimming in my Mist and Set, but lately I've been using 2 setting sprays, one to make it matte and one to just balance it, because I notice when I just go swimming in this, it makes it a little bit too matte. So I want to help find a balance. So I'm going to go on my MAC Fix It Plus and just spray it like once or twice. Okay guys, and that concludes my foundation routine. I really hope this helped you out in certain ways, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. If you did like it, please like and subscribe and follow me on social media. Bye.